When I decided the night at my house, right, to take the USC job, my first thought was I get to coach in USC Notre Dame. It's the first thought, because before coach, player, any of that, I was a fan. And so the rivalry, all these rivalries mean a great deal to me. They mean a great deal to anybody that cares about college football. Yes, I mean, that's, do I want to play the game? Hell yeah, I want to play the game. Absolutely. It's one of the reasons I came here, all right? But also, my allegiance and my loyalty is not to Notre Dame, and it's not to anybody else. I'm the head football coach at USC, and I'm going to back USC.
Hey, welcome everybody to the glorious episode of the Student Body Right USC podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, along with Coach B, and we are podcasting on the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful day out here in Southern California. PORSPR is my Twitter handle. And Coach B is, go ahead, Coach B, what's your Twitter handle?
Oh, at BLUDBL21. That's the Twitter handle. Gridiron Bullies every day.
Every day. So we're gonna basically a lot of different things you can take from what Ray Lincoln Riley said at the Big Ten Media Day. I'm gonna just go along with some other stuff here because folks had some questions for us. And one was when they looked up the whole all the stats, for Moss and Mailata, they're very similar as far as attempts per game. Not attempts per game, but what was it? Passing yards per game. Per attempt. The interception ratio was a lot of the same. So, he was like, so why should we feel a little differently about Mailata opposed to Moss? But I'll take it one step back as far as that goes. We're not even here if and Lincoln hasn't had a lot of misses as far as quarterbacks, but this is almost like the NFL draft when you miss on a quarterback. They missed on Malachi Nelson. And Malachi Nelson was supposed to be a 5-star,
Yep.
The prototypical quarterback, and they missed on that guy. And they were kind of scrambling ever since they missed on that guy. Also, we got told, and I was on the sideline for the game against Louisville in San Diego. And he lit up San Diego. I mean, he lit up San Diego night, and he lit up the Louisville Cardinal in that game, Cardinal defense in that game. And I just, I think we thought that we had okay, this is. I think Lincoln said, okay, this isn't my prototypical quarterback. I'm going to cool the Jets on Ohio State, the quarterback, when he should have just stuck to his guns and got the guy who would help him run his offense better. And then when he went to, do this whole thing with Moss, it kind of blew up in his face. He kind of needs somebody who can kind of improvise a little bit. I would say the one thing I would say about the difference between Moss and Mailata is that Mailata can make throws that Moss cannot. So that's the arm talent is not even a conversation. He just can't. There was a pass he made to Ford last year where he was on the left hash and threw it all the way across. And that you just Miller's not even attempting that pass.
No, he's not, right? And so we remember I told you after the Louisville game, I told you we talked really early.
Yeah, you weren't sold. You weren't sold.
Mailata should be starting by week 5, and we're gonna have our season look really different. Yeah. The thing about Mailata is I think if we can tap into his physical ability, his athletic ability, means using your legs, sir. We need you to use your legs. We need you to do that. Yeah. I also think I need Lincoln Riley to call those plays. Call the plays that you ran for Caleb. Mailata can do them. Call the read option. You gotta, if you look back at the Notre Dame game, and I look back at this game all the time, and I think about it, and that's the game that bothers me the most. Because if you call that game for Mailata, like you called it for Caleb, give us some read option, give us a little bit more of a look, give a little more wrinkle for that defense. You're not gonna confuse too many times a Marcus Freeman defense. You're not. It's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So if you give him some wrinkles and some other things to look at, some eye candy, some, if you want to call it window shop, some, you know what I mean? Like, you have to do that. He
Mhm.
did none of that. And you need to call a game like you called it for Caleb. Not he was calling the game like he was calling it for Miller Moss. Miller Moss is not the guy. I like, like you said, I wasn't sold. I wasn't sold
Yeah, from day one, I give
from
you that.
day
I give you
one.
that. From
I
day
wasn't
one,
sold.
Coach B was the one who said, like, do not go into the season with Miller Moss.
Yes,
Even after
you know what I mean?
even after the LSU victory, you still were like,
Yes.
he's not
No,
the guy.
he's not the guy. He wasn't gonna be the guy.
Mhm.
And we can say their numbers look similar, and that's fine. But you're telling me you're taking a guy off the bench and inserting him in said game and saying, do something different. How about he get a whole offseason? Those things matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
How about he get some continuity with the ones? Those things matter,
Mhm.
right? Not in game, not waiting for the half a week of practice that you have. You know what I mean? You have and so many other things going on. Give him a full offseason. I bet the passes that he goes to that that he throws this year are a lot more confident because you can see he was holding the ball a little longer because he wasn't confident in what he was seeing.
Mhm.
You know, give him all that time that Miller got, and then tell me, hey, there's no difference. Because
Yeah.
I think that we see a different Mayava. I think we see a kid that is definitely a mobile, dual threat quarterback, can run the offense, not afraid to move, because those things is what we needed last year in the offense.
Yep. No question about
We
it.
beat Penn State with Mayava in the game. We beat Penn State because Mayava's going to take off when need be.
And I think also too, in the Notre Dame game, you know, when you have a game where you're down by 7 and you're at the 1 yard line, like like I understand the jump ball in the corner, whatever. To I think it was to I forgot number 10's name now. Who's that Penn State now?
Kyron Nelson. I
My
mean, Kyron
Kyron,
Hudson.
Kyron
Kyron
Hudson,
Hudson.
and like in that situation, bro, like just run the football at least once.
Yeah.
You have to run the football at least once. You
Yeah.
can't you have to run the football. You can't just it was no rush to. My problem with that play is like, what was the rush to score? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you put yourself in a position where, I mean, even if you go like, put him under center, God forbid, and do a quarterback and do a quarterback sneak. You know what I mean? Like let me see some physical football there. And then if you get the third down and they're stuffing you completely, then if you're forced to pass, then if you're gonna have a jump ball, I want number 8 having all my jump balls.
Yes. Yes.
There's nobody else on this roster who I want jump balls for. If they're gonna play man to man on the outside, there's not a corner who is going to catch the
In the
football above
country.
him in the
In the
country.
country.
In the country. And these wide receiver rankings that people have around the country are just absolutely disgusting, by the way.
Yes,
Because
are.
they are. I mean, they're
That
totally.
tells me you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even talking about USC winning, but you're sitting there telling me that Lane and Lemon are not going to be in your top 10 or top 15. Like you're just being stupid. You're just being stupid.
So the first round picks, they're not top 15 receivers. Good.
Yeah. I mean, think about it for a second. These dudes at PFF. PFF is not like all be all and all be all end all be all, but they have those guys said that Makai is coming off. He's their number 1 receiver in the country. He's coming off. He's the first receiver taken in the draft.
I had one of the Tennessee. I had the guy who reports for Tennessee. He was in the gridiron space.
Yeah.
One of my guys, shout out to Cortland Griffin, and he said, bro, Lemon is coming off the board. I said, bro, leave him alone. He's not even the best receiver in our team, though. You guys don't even pay attention. I said, he's a great dynamic receiver. The best receiver in the country is going to be wearing number 8. He's going to be the best receiver in the country because he has things that you can't teach. He has the things. So he's going to be the best receiver. I said, well, don't worry.
Because if here's my thing with Jacoby is if Jacoby is going to show the ability to get behind you, how do you deal with Jacoby Lane?
You can't.
Because if he can get by you, then you're not going to get through his body to deflect a pass.
No.
Because he's so big. And any ball that is thrown in that area between the top of his fingertips and his shoulder pads, you can't get to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is like
the only person that can defend Jacoby Lane at that point is Jaden Mayava. He's the only person that can allow you to defend Jacoby Lane if he's getting by you.
Yeah,
He's
no
a
question about it. Yeah, no question about it. So now we look at Jaden Mayava, and Jaden Mayava is, for me, when I look at Mayava too, as I'm saying to myself, bro, I'm not sure who's in your circle. I'm not sure who is in your life, period. But I will say this: you have the prototypical height, weight, arm strength for the National Football League.
Mhm.
This is your last year in college because they're going full Long Street next year. No
Yes,
question, no question about it.
yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
They're sold.
There's folks who want to go Long Street this year, who cover USC or fans or whatever. So this is a great opportunity for him, and I hope for him. I kind of hope I hope he takes advantage of that opportunity because it's right there in front of him. Like it's really you have receivers, Wayman Jordan.
Yeah.
Even you got weapons all over the place. Like, I mean, this is a great, it's a golden opportunity for him to kind of take advantage of that opportunity. But I think to your point, you have the offseason, getting familiar with the receivers. Hopefully getting some time with the tight ends as well to get the tight ends involved in this offense, which is a missing piece. Which they might as well. You got to start doing it next. You got to start doing it now because you're gonna have um, Bowman coming in next year. So you
Yeah.
mean let's get cracking with that. Him and Walker Lyons are gonna be your tight ends. Cha-ching. Next and the next
Win.
year it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's a win there too. So that's what I would say about it is that he's not. And if you look at not to diss Louisville, but when he was a quote unquote free agent or a transfer, it wasn't like his 25 million teams were coming after. Coming after him. You know what I mean? There was talk about him going to Michigan. I was like, okay, bro. Yeah.
Right.
We knew that shit wasn't. I mean, we knew
Right.
that wasn't happening.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, and you got to look at all, I mean, we talked about a little Malachi Nelson, the big miss, but Malachi is trying to make his start at UTEP.
Yep.
I think I read something yesterday, like he has to revive his career. And I'm like, this kid has went down so bad.
I don't know. I mean, like, it was a miss by everybody. It was a miss by USC. It was a miss by the guys who do the rankings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they had him labeled as a 5-star, and he didn't. I mean, he didn't. I mean, and then USC tried to rally back with Lagway and people like that,
Mhm.
to try to get those guys to come in, and it just didn't
It was
come
too
to
late.
fruition. It was too late. It was too
It was
late.
too late.
To be honest, they were lucky. USC was lucky that Longstreet really loved the university because
Yeah.
they came back to Longstreet.
Yep.
The Longstreet was about to go Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He was
gone.
already signed. He was already committed.
He was already committed. So they got lucky that they end up getting Hussein Longstreet because he was out the door. He was
And
literally out
this
the
is where
door.
he wanted to be all the time. So
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
and I think that going after Juju, nice, great thing. You know what I mean? I get it. Wish the kid well. But I mean, coming
But
back,
everybody knew, like the whole thing about what Juju was is like there's some people who, like, are just playing games with you. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? We all, whether it was a friend, whether it was a girl in your life, we all have those people in our lives who we know are just like they talking, but they're talking through you. Like,
yes,
you can see right through. Like, every time I heard him speak, I was like, this dude is not coming.
yeah.
He
And
wasn't coming.
it only got more evident when you're on the podcast with Shador and like it only things on.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we'd even turn earlier. We should have turned earlier, and we've
Yes.
even been in it. Like I guess I mean, again, it's hard for you to question Lincoln and what he's doing, and his
As far
ability
as quarterback goes,
or as
quarterbacks.
quarterback goes. It's
Yeah.
hard to do that, but we have missed. I mean, let's be clear, we have missed.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
missed. We missed. Because I
and
mean, if,
my
if
only fear is this year, like you said, people are already clamoring for Houston. And I think that when I listened to Lincoln at the Big Ten Media Day, the leash I felt like he should have had on Miller Moss is the leash I think he's putting on Mayava. I don't know if Mayava has the ability to make a mistake. Meaning, I don't know if he like the same thing I said like about last year about Miller Moss. Like I think he should be. I got Game 5. I think that what Houston's gonna. I mean, Houston might be in after Game 5. I just feel like he didn't. I didn't feel the very vote of confidence from Lincoln Riley.
I mean,
I didn't feel it.
From like to that point, I would say from all the other interviews, it to me it's my, I mean it's Mayava. I mean, I don't in this situation here, like I think he really wants to have that succession. Let him sit for a year. Let me sprinkle him in some blowout games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't get to the blowout games last year to get Mayava in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that was kind of the thing that kind of killed him last year. But I think he wants to take it. I think he wants to take it to a certain, a kind of a pecking order of getting of getting through these games. But I would, hopefully that Mayava plays well enough where we can actually do that, because I don't really, not that I don't want him to play. I just worry about a true freshman in this situation, and I think the goal is to make the playoff. And I would say if they don't make the playoff this year, then we're looking at it's 2025. Then we're looking at 27, because like you're sitting there asking a bunch of freshmen, even though it's a great class, a bunch of freshmen to make the playoff, right, like that. Yeah, that's highly unlikely. The next year is probably going to be a 9-3 season coming up. You know what I mean? Loading next year. Yeah. And then the year after that, you're saying, oh, wow, they got all these guys who, and none of those guys can go pro. So you're sitting there saying, okay, now USC, they developed, they got all these, they got a bunch of guys coming through, Bowman's tearing up the Big Ten, stuff like that. And then you're sitting there, you go, right, they have to find a way to make it this year. Like, you know what I mean?
My fear is, and this, again, I go back to this, it's the Caleb Williams, Spencer Rattler. You got a highly touted freshman coming in. You got the guy already, but you got that freshman sitting there, and you need to win games. Not that you want to win games, you need to win football games.
100%.
Because they've told you already, with all the resources that USC has given you, you need to win football games. Well, now I'm worried because now Mayava is in the Spencer Rattler seat, and Houston is in the Caleb Williams seat. And if it just so happens that things aren't going the way it's supposed to be planned, here comes Houston. Or they could be going to plan and it just is not feeling, he's not getting the feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I really would love to be a fly on the wall in that quarterback room.
Yeah. I mean, I think also too is like, I think that having like they didn't go after Nico. They could have. And I think that it's not just his voice anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so I think when I think Chad is signing off on the situation as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, if they didn't go after him, like if he thought he could get a great quarterback in Nico or somebody else, I think he would have won. I think he would have won. I think also too is like, you know what? A lot of this shit is just like, we're just talking, but like run the fucking football.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. Like they had one of the highest run per carry averages in the Big Ten last year, and it was just like, oh, so Woody has 6-7 yards of carry and 11 carries. Great.
Right. Right. Exactly that. Did we not learn from Texas A&M? LSU? We didn't learn from LSU that this thing works if you just do it. If you just happen to do it, I promise you it works.
And then they weren't even down in the Washington game, and they threw the ball almost 50 times.
Yeah.
Like it made no sense.
The rain. By the way, in the rain. In the rain.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah, with the quarterback that's arm is not that.
Yes. Exactly. So so again, I said, I mean, I'm hoping. I think the biggest thing I look at it is like the team around him is better. The defensive line rotation is much better. Some people, I like the linebackers. I like the. I think
that's my question mark.
I like the linebackers. I know some people will question it, but I like linebackers. And I do think that getting DJ Harvey, who I didn't know that was Cameron Ramsey's god brother. he comes over, and I think he's a phenomenally gifted player as
Yes.
well. So they should be better on the defensive line, and I'm really excited to see year 2 of Dante Lynn. I just think it's like, and my thing is this with Lincoln too. This was his worst offense, and they still were on the top half of the Big Ten offensive
Yeah.
markers. So hopefully that continues. I know this next subject is something you're really passionate about, and I'm on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to playing the Irish, because I feel like the same folks who are going to criticize us for not making the playoffs want us to play Notre Dame. So when they go 9-3 and say, "Oh, Lincoln should be fired," they're in the playoff, but they lose a heartbreaker to Notre Dame on a last second field goal, stuff like that, and Notre Dame, the pressure is never on Notre Dame. That's the thing that I don't like about the situation.
Right.
It's never on Notre Dame to join a conference. It's never on. It's just like, oh, let them. They're holier than now. Let them do whatever they want. I think from when you start reminiscing about it, the way he was, I think they're done playing Notre Dame after this year.
So I do too. We were having this conversation in Gridiron on Thursday, and we were bringing it up. We are talking about, and they're like, "Why don't you guys play Notre Dame?" I said, "What is the benefit for us now?" So if you think about it, the way the Pac-12 used to be looked at,
Yes.
we didn't get respect. No matter how good our teams were, we never got respect.
There was
Right?
usually like one or two teams.
Yeah.
When USC was rolling, there was one or two teams
Right.
that was like, okay, those are big games, and then Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Now it's like you play so many big games against quality opponents. Like, to your point.
Right. So then it's like, what benefit? We needed Notre Dame then.
Yep.
We needed them. Now I don't need you. Let's be clear. Notre Dame understood that we needed them at that point. I don't need you now. I don't need you to make my schedule look like something as far as to the media and to all the voters and all that. I don't need that anymore. And if you look at it, when we were winning, we were just undeniably that we didn't need Notre Dame on our schedule then, even with a Pac-12 schedule. We were undeniably the best team in the country for 3 years straight. There's nothing, and even through our Matt Barkley days, like we were undeniably the best team in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Now you look at our Big Ten schedule, and I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, the Big Ten is very well respected. What good does it do us at this point? And then you know me, like I'm always one for tradition
Yep.
and playing it and the pageantry of it. But now I just don't need you.
Yep.
Unless you get in a conference, I don't need you. And you don't want to play on our terms anymore. I mean, not even on our terms. You don't want to even compromise on terms. You want to do everything on your terms. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
And they stopped playing, and Notre Dame has stopped playing, Michigan State. They stopped playing some of these other teams,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I mean, it is just, they really, I mean, to me, I just like, I think next year is the year we play Oregon and Ohio State, right? Next year we start playing Ohio State, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we're starting to play Ohio State now. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, we have Michigan on our schedule. We don't need you.
I'm good.
We have Michigan on our schedule.
I'm good. I'm 100% looking at. Let me just double check the 2006 schedule here. I mean, I'm so good playing playing them, because I don't want to be. I want to be stuck in that. They're not putting themselves out there like that. You know what I mean? So they got Fresno State. Right now it says Notre Dame. But we have to go at Indiana. That's a quality opponent. So okay. All right. So hear this. They got the road games next year are going to be at Indiana, at Beaver Stadium. To play Penn State, and then we play Ohio State and Oregon at home. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good, bro. They don't do that for their schedule.
No.
They don't do that for their schedule. So why are we doing that shit for our schedule, dude?
We have the games we need.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Oh, at Wisconsin too.
Yeah, we have the games we need.
Yeah, I mean, and this is another reason why. And they go at Rutgers, which that'll be a fun game at Rutgers. And that's the reason why I want to not play Notre Dame, but I want to make that's why it's important for them to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
It really is. When you look at when you look at 2026, that schedule, and this is from like the FB schedules, whatever they put out what they think what likely is going to be the schedule for next year. And so that's not nothing. I mean, there's a whole lot of cross country trips. I mean, I'm thinking that if they play you might as well just play Penn State and Rutgers back to back and just stay out there if you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do that as well. So we'll see. But yeah, I understand the tradition. I understand like when you have those helmets, the contrast is beautiful to see that on the field together. But I'm good. I'm good. So let's add. So you want to play? So you want us to play Notre Dame at Indiana, at Penn State, at Rutgers, at home. Or at home, we'll give you a break. We'll give you Ohio State at home. We'll give you Washington at home. Okay. Thanks. No,
Right.
no, thank you, Freeman. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You can keep it. You can go pick on some. You can go find somebody else that you can. Because if you look at their schedule, they're NIU. Like, bro, you need us.
So you want to go with Notre Dame's to 2000 like
Yeah.
the predicted schedule. So they will play at Lambeau Field. They'll play Wisconsin. They play the Owls of Rice. They play at Notre Dame Stadium. They play Michigan State. The Boilermakers. They go at Purdue.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah,
Sneaky good.
If Bill Belichick is still there next year, they play at North Carolina.
Well, he'll be in the league, so.
Then you gotta play. Then you play Navy.
Oh, there you go.
Navy, and then hope they think USC, and then they play Florida State, Miami, SMU, and then at Oregon. I'm sorry, and at Syracuse. I mean, what are we talking about here? The cherry picking, like they're allowed to cherry pick. My thing is this: if I was, and I know money's involved with it, but like if I'm Florida State and I could see why SMU and Syracuse.
Yes.
But if I'm Florida State and Miami, I'm saying no, we're good. We have no interest in playing you.
Right. For what?
Let them play another cupcake team.
Yeah, you're using us to bolster your schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally we don't get in the conference. Then tell me. Then talk to me. Because otherwise we don't need you.
100%. 100%. So enough on that part of it. Let's go to the whole DJ Winfield situation. So this is a situation that where like Eddie Murphy said in Delirious, you brought that shit on yourself. Because number one, I don't think Chad was there when Emmanuel Pregnon was wanting to renegotiate.
I think he just got there.
Yeah, and I think Pregnon really how can I put it? He saw his value. He was like, you know what? I got an opportunity to do. Like, it's not right. I mean, it's straight. It's pure tampering by Oregon, which was the first question that their coach was asked in media day about tampering. But so he ended up leaving, and then the guy you pick to come over can't be a guy who may or may not be able to play.
Right.
Like you have to know, like this is like he has a couple years of eligibility. Like you have to know that. So like it's unfair to Winfield because after the house settlement, they kind of like screwed everybody over.
Yeah.
And so now they're pretty much denying everybody because the NCAA is bored. Yeah, they got nothing better. They got nothing else to do. But thoughts about the situation with Winfield. I feel bad for him, but like they should really let him know, hey, go get ready for the draft, or you're going to be back at USC.
Well, I mean, I mean, for him, I think that honestly, like, bro, anytime you have to do something where you're petitioning the NCAA,
Forget about it.
we probably shouldn't even have this conversation.
Yeah,
Go get ready
exactly.
for the draft.
Yeah, get ready for the draft.
Go get ready for the draft. Because the NCAA is not your friend. They never have. They've never worked for, I don't remember the last anything that they granted without halfway having to be sued.
Yes.
Like it's never been an easy process.
Yep.
So they weren't going to do this. And you have to know that. And we have to know that as an organization to say, okay, don't touch this kid.
Yeah.
Just leave him off limits.
Or we could bring him in, but make sure make sure this isn't the only person you're bringing in.
Yeah.
If you do that, but like when you put everything on him, it's like, bro, like this is not a great situation for him, and not a great situation for SC because now, like, listen, like they have to. This is where you have a new offensive line coach. This is where you earn that money now because you got to get whether it's Ben Willis or O'Connor or whoever to come in and play. You got to get those guys ready to play.
Right.
And they have the side, maybe like they came to USC to go play football. So those guys got to find a way to get that done. So hopefully they get that done. But you're right. I mean, there really wasn't a reason for us to be in this situation.
No, and it wasn't. And again, probably not coming back and not coming back. He pulled out the draft, saw where this placement was, came back, we should have had a better feel on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should have a much better feel on what was going on there.
Yeah.
I feel like that was one of those things where again, where you call it as a miss. We dropped the ball on those. We dropped the ball on, and then we dropped the ball, and then we panicked.
Yes, we did. So my question to you is this, because you don't want to F with the offensive line too much. Are you going to would you go ahead and look at all these guard possibilities in your backups and say, listen, hey, we don't know about DJ. This is your opportunity to seize the moment. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the question when he got the petition. I mean, that was the answer.
Exactly. Or do you try to try to have maybe Payne or Dunn or like or somebody else to play left tackle and move Raymond inside. You don't want to mess with the tackles.
No,
I don't want to mess tackles either.
No,
I agree.
Do not leave those dudes alone.
Yeah,
because what do we live in a world of, right? Most of the time, you have the best edge rushers, right?
Yes,
we can help the interior. I can't help you on the edge, right? I can help on the interior.
100%.
I can't help you on the edge.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I'm going to tell. I've already told. If I was Lincoln, I've already told my guard, the backups. I don't know which one of you are going to play. Somebody has to play.
Yep.
Who's going to take the bull by the horns, and who's going to win this job?
Yep. Exactly.
Which one of you are going to do it? You have the opportunity. It's open competition.
And that's usually not the case.
Right.
It's not. Yeah.
Then I go to the board and I say, we're looking for this. We're checking off things, communication, physicality, the nastiness. We're checking off all these boxes. This is how you win this job.
And don't forget, in this conference, they do not call offensive holding.
Right.
So yeah. So which is something I did not realize until until USC has joined.
We were in the conference.
And I was like, I went through 7 weeks of football, and I was like, wow, is there an offense? I mean, the whole jersey is turning, and I'm still not seeing
no flags.
No flags. So they don't call offensive. They don't call that anymore. So it is what it is as far as that goes. Interesting and interesting stuff there. But like I said, like they put themselves in the position. I would have bitten the bullet. I mean, I know you don't want to renegotiate, but it's your offense. It's your offense and it's your interior, and you don't really have somebody readily available to take Pregnon's spot. So I personally would have just I'll just cave on this one, and then just try to kind of hope that you don't get a bunch of guys coming in the door saying they want to renegotiate.
And I think Pregnon might have been in a situation where he didn't give them opportunity. It might have been one of those situations.
Yeah. Finding out that he's very close with Bear is kind of he probably just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
He probably just wanted to leave.
He didn't get opportunity. Bear told him, "Hey, we got this up here. We got this up here.
Yeah.
Here's we got the same money that they're."
Yeah. We got a little bit more money. We got rain, and we got more rain, and we got more rain.
And they may feel like Bear might feel like they're closer to winning than we are.
Yeah. I mean, listen. The one thing I hate the Ducks, but the one thing that they do that he does is they win the game that they're supposed to win.
Yeah.
So then all you gotta do is go 500 against the really good teams, and then you're in the playoff.
Yep.
I mean, now we can make fun of them not about their performances in the playoffs, but
they're in the playoff.
But in the playoff, bro.
Yeah,
they're in the playoff.
You gotta get there to be made fun of.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. All right, cool. Super Right USC podcast. You have anything else you want to discuss real quick?
No, I'm good.
Cool. All right. We'll see you next time. Fight on.